you are concerned or confused, I am available for mental counseling.
Leave it to... Alrighty. I think we've got our first step to making sense of this cluster flip. Have a gander. This was shot from the carrier's nose camera as we were crashing. This is the first glimpse of Bikatoa anyone's had in 3 long years. The place is shattered. I can't see a single light on anywhere. In all likelihood, we're alone. Well, unless you count Leviathan, I guess. Sandy can get all kinds of info, even from a simple image like this.
Even this limited data has yielded preliminary results.
Still, the real gold mine is 2040, not this pile of overgrown ruins. We'll pull data straight from the source. Okay, let me grab Madge and the Chief and we'll see where we stand. Sandy, love, be a dear and open the file on the Bikatoa incident.
Certainly. The year was 2040, at exactly 4:58 p.m. on August 16th. The cable of the stratovator which joined the IBS research compound to the station in geosynchronous orbit experienced a catastrophic failure. The failure precipitated a partial collapse onto the island below. The incident functionally eradicated Tuvao City. An estimated 215,000 human lives were lost in the main population center of the city. The debris weighed approximately 300,000 tons, and the energy released by its impact was equivalent to 20 million tons of dynamite.
But according to these logs, the collapse was preceded by a mass dinosaur outbreak.
Yes, the very first. And now we know that outbreak was courtesy of Leviathan. There must have been some kind of evacuation effort. Sandy, is there any data on how many people made it off the island?
Debris from the Stratovator's impact created a 60-meter tsunami that overwhelmed the majority of the civilian escape vessels. Total known survivors, 413.
Lord Almighty. 500,000 people.
Correct. IBS records indicate less than 1% of the population survived the incident.
And Leviathans kept the island sealed off ever since. We are the first living people to see the outcome.
And Ace, you're telling us you were there in 2040. Physically, you saw the Stratovator collapse?
And Leviathan just happens to be running his war games right before worst industrial disaster of our time. Perfect. Just perfect.
At least this puts things into perspective.
This transmitter, how does it work?
Gee, well, don't ask me. Ace found it, I just turned it on. Somehow.
You kid me? This is joke time now?
Okay, wait, let's focus on what we do know. We know it transmits between timelines. So, it has to be tied into Leviathan's programming. That much I know.
You brought a piece of Leviathan on board the carrier? You are maniac.
This doesn't look like a piece of Leviathan. It's more like a Leviathan egg.
And you are twisted.
Finally, we're starting to get data from 2040. This is great, Sandy.
Thank you, Technician Alders.
Okay, Sandy, we've talked about this. You can just call me Alders.
Understood. Professional etiquette now set to non-essential. Alders.
Perfect. Now, Ace, with your exosuit as a relay, we've managed to hook into the island's surveillance network during the war game. And this nonsense, it's happening all over the island. Downtown, the dam, the airport, you name it. Listen to what this bastard was banging on about when we got this image.
Exofighters, get ready to enhance your survival journey. This scenario needs a hostility upgrade. Reload and prepare for incoming dinosaur targets.
Hostility upgrade? Leviathan has a 5-alarm hard-on for dinosaurs. Magnum was right. It's running this island like some kind of massive combat tech R&D project. And for some reason, it's fixated on dinosaurs as the ultimate opponent.
Tell me this is better than it looks, Chief.
Come on, Madge. Who am I talking to? You can get us off this island anytime you want. Shit.
Thank you. Now the truth.
We're screwed. The vortex pushed the jet control system to the red line. The turbine blades shattered from the stress on the port engine. Pieces of it bounced around, wrecked hell on the inside. And then the fuel line caught fire and melted the hydraulic system.
So no damage beyond the port wing.
That's not enough for you? The crash could have stressed or broken anything on the whole ship. Which means you and me are going to take apart and put back together everything on this bird until we are sure it is good to fly.
Ah, fantastic. So glad I asked.
Chief, There is no fixing this.
Now, who did you think you're talking to? This is me, Madge. 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. She's fixed.
2 weeks?
I can shave off 4 or 5 days if you don't mind crashing on liftoff and touchdown. What? It's the deadliest part.
You are a wild man, Chief. Sandy, what is our water situation?
With an atmospheric humidity at 85%, our hydration resources are well secured.
And we've got rations, and beer. A cooler full. We can do this? What? What, I am not dying sober.
You sound like my grandmother.
What is this? Are they burying that suit?
Unclear. It's a deeply encrypted photo from an IBS worksite somewhere on Bikatoa. Timestamp is old. Well before the incident. Dating to the earliest days of exosuit development. Now,
You and your conspiracy theories. Go ahead, tell him. I know you're dying to.
Now, as I was saying, this is Bikatoa. Exosuits were developed here right from the start of the program. Clearly, some poor bloody test pilot took a hit to the chest, and they decided to bury the evidence.
And then took an incriminating photo of it?
Well, I don't know, but look at the thing. It's shredded.
Shoulder frame looks buckled, but that hatch was still open.
I am telling you, somebody died in there. And if so, why have we never heard about these deadly accidents in the exosuit development program?
I've seen exofighters get out of worse than that.
No way. That's thoracic crush damage and a punctured lung at least.
Listen when I tell you. I saw a gal fall off a 6-story building, wrestling a triceratops on the way down. They hit the ground. Bam! Horn went through the chest. And I mean through the chest. What happens? She takes hold of the horn, breaks it off, walks back to where I'm landing the carrier and says, "Chief, mission complete."
And then?
Then she bled all over my hangar and spent a month in the ICU. Exo fighters. You do some crazy shit, but you get back up afterwards.
This exo fighter, their black box was still functioning.
And what? Was the data corrupted?
No. No, it's just last words and all that.
Yes, very tender. Sandy, play the file.
Commencing playback.
It's not real! Holy shit, none of it! It's not real! Oh God! It's not real! It's a simulation! God! It has to be. It has to be. It's not possible! The dinosaurs aren't real! Oh God! God! There's only one way out. I didn't miss it. It was right there. It's right in front of us. It's right in front. It's the only way. Hey! Don't run! It's not real! You're not real! Dinosaurs are real!
Okay, well, that was something I wish I'd never heard.
Yeah, I am glad we settled this in advance. I was about to click heels and say there's no place like house.
It's home.
It's Kansas, or simulation, better than this shitty fight club. I am not going to be picky.
No, there's no place like... You know what?